tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out, tearing out.
Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. So I am recording this on a Friday, which happens to be self-love day, ruled by Venus, and my days, hours, times, everything has been crossed for a little minute. Blame it on Mercury retrograde, blaming it on that. But you know, that's also a part of my being, something that I need to work on. But I wanted to make sure I came and recorded a video today, especially because it's the last Friday of the year. It's a great time to focus on self, right? It's Friday, self-love. But I also wanted to give you all some signs to recognize certain individuals that you may come across in your path, so you know how to handle them, so you know where to, like, how much value to put on them. Sorry, one second. Hey, shh, hush. Baby sleep, can't have him barking outside the window. So I wanted to share some signs that you can use, or some things you can use to tell whether or not there is an inorganic one that you are dealing with, right? I've known this for quite some time, but it was confirmed on a Black Magic show by a couple of other master teachers that there are individuals here that walk among us, that, or beings that walk among us, and that are not, you know, for cognitive understanding, alive, right? They don't have a soul. They're just here to be here. They're here to fill space. If you've ever heard of seat fillers, like at award shows or, you know, ceremonies or something, and they don't want it to look empty, they'll have people just come in and fill the space so it looks full. There's a lot of individuals here on this planet, or beings rather, that are here on this planet that do just that. They're just filling the space, right? So the way how I knew this, come across this in my study of chakras and auras. So I'll give you a little bit of the spiritual side, the esoteric side, the metaphysics side, the physical side. But first things first, the very first tool that I always use for myself when I'm trying to recognize if this person is worth my time, energy, and efforts, whether or not I should tell if this person is organic or if they're an inorganic one, is what feeling do I get from them? So that first step comes with knowing yourself. You need to be in tune with yourself so you can read the clues that your body tells you. Your skin is your largest organ for a reason. It picks up, it perceives, it's the first line of defense. It's the receptor, it's your skin. So if your skin is picking up certain vibes, certain frequency from this individual that you're dealing with, and it's giving you signals like it's tingling, or ooh, it made my skin crawl, or the hairs are standing up, or something of that nature, learn what that means for you, because every individual is different, but your body is telling you something. Your body is saying alert, alert, alert. Okay, so it's not just as far as your skin. I just wanted to mention that because sometimes people dismiss that, but it's your body itself. How do you feel when you're dealing with this person? How do you feel after you've interacted with this individual? Okay, what are they leaving you? What are they leaving behind for you? All right, so knowing that when you take time for yourself, and you know what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you joyful, what makes you depressed, what makes you hopeful, what makes you anxious. When you recognize that feeling in the pit of your belly, or you recognize that tingling sensation behind your ear, or you know what it feels like when your heart goes to flutter, or you know what it feels like when your feet get the tingling. When you start to recognize these signs and what this means for you, that is your first line of defense, yourself, against knowing whether or not this person is organic, or whether or not they're righteous, whether or not you should be dealing with them, or if they're an inorganic one, if they're just here to fill the space and throw you a speed bump. They're just here to kind of make your life a little bit more eventful, right? So that's number one. Number two, how to tell if you're dealing with the inorganic one. Those individuals, their bodies are composed different. So if you are a person who is in tune with your clear gifts, I did a whole video on what your clairs are. So if you are a person who's in tune with your clairs, where you can see auras or see energy centers, or you can feel, or even the sense of smell, the gift of smell, in this instance, because your spirit does have a smell, just to let you know, okay? You can walk around and smell like pretty roses because you spray yourself all day physically, but you can get around certain people in their spirit and they're like, what is so stank? And everyone's like, I don't smell nothing stink. You're like, nah, something smell putrid. And it's their spirit that they're smelling, okay? So if you are in tune with your clear gifts, inorganic ones have a very putrid smell, okay? Because the human body that they're inhibiting is just that. It's just like a pick up. There's no constant light or energy flowing. Their chakras are not bright, okay, because it's just being used. And their aura is very dim. Most of the time, their aura may be very cloudy, okay? It may have a color to it, but it's very cloudy. So those are signs you're dealing with someone that is not worth your time, all right? Now, if you are working with someone or dealing with someone, or you have a relationship with an individual, whether it's intimate or not, but still like close, that's why I say working or relationship, you're in close physical proximity to them, okay? The next sign to tell whether or not they're inorganic or organic is there like like static electricity? Because organic ones, they give off a static electricity. Like you can sense their presence, you can sense their energy. You don't have to be in touch with your clairs or your spiritual side for this. You can sense when someone is clear and you're around you. If you've ever had someone that kind of just creeps up on you, all right, and I don't mean this in any offense, and I'm not saying those people that are just quiet and it is moved, but people that creep up on you and you feel kind of creeped out by them, that is an inorganic one, okay? Because they're moving, they don't have that static electricity that sends out the signal of, hey, here I am, right? They kind of just pop up, they kind of just be there, like, that's kind of weird, right? But that's how inorganic ones can move. They move very silent, or they just pop up, or they're like, they're always there, just kind of in the background, lurking, looking and seeing, and you're like, that's kind of weirded out, right? The next sign, I think we're on number 4, how to tell if you're dealing with an inorganic one. If this individual or this person is always trying to keep you down, and I don't mean, the aunties and grandparents and, those others that influenced by the news, and they're always telling you, do this, or this is going to happen, or be this way, or this is going to happen. Fall in line. Not those people. They're just kind of brainwashed. I mean, those people, these beings that no matter what you say, no matter what topic you try to bring up, no matter how much you try to change your subject, they always try to bring it back to this one thing. This is all their talking point. They don't have anything righteous or uplifting to say or do. They always bring it back to this one thing. They remind me of, excuse me, for all my Star Wars buffs, hubby, shout out to you. I can't remember the name of these androids, but it's the fighter droids that always would say, Roger, Roger, right? And if you ask them something, or if you tell them something that doesn't make sense, they're like, that does not compute, that does not compute, that does not. And then they'll walk around and talk to each other and try to compute and figure things out. That's how the inorganic ones are. Like, the phrase smile and nod, smile and nod, just whatever, you're gonna keep it going. It comes from dealing with those individuals like that, because their job, they're here for just one agenda. They're not here to be enlightened or be uplifted or to ascend or to write off karma or anything of that nature. You're just here just to be here. They're here to throw you off track. Like I said, be a speed hump in the road to make your life a little more eventful. So they're always going to bombard you with these certain things, certain over and over. And you're like, no, I learned this, da-da-da-da-da. And they're like, whatever, that don't make no sense, but let me tell you about this. Like, they keep bringing it back. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? They're not vast, they're not expansive, okay? And I'm not talking, like I said, those that are indoctrinated, those who are, maybe religious, those who may have grown up in a small town or city and, they refuse to open and expand their mind, because you can tell the difference. All right. That's why the first line of defense is knowing yourself. You got to know yourself and know how to, by knowing yourself, you'll know how to read other individuals. You'll know how to read these people so you can pick up on these signs, okay? And then the fifth way of how you can recognize an inorganic one is their eyes. This can be intense for some people, but if you can hold and speak to an inorganic one for 3 to 5 minutes in their eyes, direct eye contact, holding it in, right? Inorganic ones have a very deep pulling sensation when you look into their eyes, right? Not the I am lost in your eyes and I just love you all day, you're right. Not like that, not the dreamy, but the soul sucking vortex pulling when you look into their eyes. It's nothing, it's cold, right? Those people that are soulless, I looked in their eyes and it was soulless. Yes, that's for true. All right. And I know this may sound like some people that you've had relationships with. It could sound like some parents you've had. It could sound like, some children you've had. And that quite actually is real. Well, I'm going to give y'all a bonus tidbit too. But inorganic ones can be anyone, can be, anywhere at any time. You don't think that these are just strangers or people working for the man. No, inorganic ones are everywhere, everyone, all at once, right? They're everything, everywhere, all at once. All right. So tidbit, what popped in, and I was like, I don't know if I should share this, but this is for my real women, my natural born women who have a womb. Okay. Your womb, our womb, is a portal. Our womb is our seeding place of our confidence, of our knowledge, of our power. And I don't care if you had a hysterectomy or anything of that nature, but if you were born with the womb, and you have to be born with the womb. I know there's some women out here that were born without those parts. If you're born with a womb, the portal that resides within your womb, in your belly, right around your sacral chakra area, connects you to all other individuals that came through a womb. There are some inorganic ones that have entered into this planet, inhibited a meat suit, hence why their aura is kind of dim, without passing through a womb. And I'm not saying this to be like, oh, she woo-woo, but this is real shit, okay? Women, you can feel the life of individuals. It doesn't matter where they came from, what mother they passed through. If they grew in a womb from a natural born individual, okay, a natural born woman, and they were born, came through a womb. I don't care if it's through C-section, pushing, whatever. But if they came through a womb, your womb can tell you this. That's how you can tell this, by having a deep connection with your sacral chakra, again, knowing yourself. But you can ask your womb as a living entity, even if it's not in your body anymore, it still exists, okay? Forming that connection with your womb, give me the sign, especially if this is someone that you are cohabiting with, if it's a male or even a female that you're having sexual relations with. And if you feel a little bit drained after the sexual relation and intercourse, you can ask your womb, is this person sucking my soul? Are they sucking my life away? Are they trying to suck away my organic nature? Because inorganic ones will do that. Okay? So that is that. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Make sure you all be safe. Make sure y'all ready to rock out and kill this calendar year. Okay, yes, I know New Year isn't until springtime, spring equinox, March 21st. I know. But still take advantage of this energy. Don't dismiss it. Okay, don't dismiss it. Mercury retrograde ends on January 1st or 2nd. Okay, we're closing out the full moon in Cancer. I said Capricorn. We're closing that energy out. Like, it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful sign. So set those intentions. Be wonderful. Be light. And until we connect again, which will be next year, I'll holla at y'all on Monday.